Today, Vince and I saw the new Arkham Knight trailer. So, yay, a trailer we actually get to talk about.
Hooray, trailers!
Because we've got the other two we're going to talk about next week with Star Wars and Jurassic World. But today we actually get to talk about a trailer, Arkham Knight. I have been really excited about this game, of course. And the Arkham games are some of the only modern video games that aren't throwbacks to... or either throwbacks or continuing... franchises that I already play mostly for Nintendo. So I get really excited when a new Batman game comes out because I actually play those and it makes me feel like I do something like more contemporary.
I'll just spend all my time reading? Of course not. Or watching.
If memory serves, and I might be wrong about this, but I thought that originally this game was supposed to come out like October of this year. Like it was supposed to be this year, and they've set it all the way back now to June of next year.
Oh my god!
And, I mean, that's good news if they need more time with it. You don't want them to rush it out. Arkham Origins was really buggy. Mm-hmm. And, of course, it wasn't Rocksteady, it was a different studio. But, I mean, like, this game, it's going to be the last, at least the way they're talking about, the last big hurrah for the Arkham series. Let's not be naive and not think that they're not going to do either more Batman things or more DC things in either that continuity or just with Rocksteady. But as far as just the Arkham games, they're kind of done after that, or at least that's kind of the way they've talked about it. And yeah, so if it needs more time, it needs more time. I thought the trailer was really neat. It was cinematic. I felt like I was watching a movie trailer.
Yeah, to some extent, I kind of forgot about it. And then I feel like they made a wise choice toward the end of it. They give you a lot of cutscenes. They give you a lot of this is what's going to happen in the game.
Yeah,
and then they show you some of the gameplay at the end just to remind you, like, yeah, you're coming back for a good reason. Like, you're coming back because the gameplay is so cool, but you're getting a different experience this time. And with a lot of games, I feel like they try to give you too much of the same, or they try to give you something that's too radically different. It seems like they're trying to walk a line here, and I feel like that's a good thing.
Well, and sometimes I'm sure there's game trailers where they give you a lot of story stuff, but that's not really why you're there.
Yeah, you're there because it's fun.
And of course, these days there are a lot of games where the story is either the primary thing or is just on par with the gameplay, because video games really have weirdly become a decent storytelling medium for some things, and I have been surprised by that. And the Arkham games were the first things that sold me on that. But since then, I've realized that no, this is a place now. As long as you make me believe that I need this to be an interactive experience to appreciate the story to its fullest extent.
And they are reminding people at the end of the trailer that you are in an interactive experience, or you would be if you're playing the game, because it says, be Batman.
Are you surprised they still say that? They said that with Arkham Asylum. I mean, they've been doing that since the beginning.
I think that's a heck of an idea. I mean, I like that. I think that's something they should continue to keep doing.
I just think it's funny because, like, but I've been Batman before. It's like the first time it was a big deal because it was like Arkham Asylum, be Batman, you know. And then you play it and you're like, wow, they lived up to that, you know. And now it's like, you know, this would be funny, so they shouldn't do this because it would be too silly and tongue in cheek. But you know, I almost expect that to say, be Batman some more, you know.
Be Batman again. Batmaning. I'm gonna stop.
But then you get into the Nolan thing where The Dark Knight should have been called like Batman Continues or something.
Batman goes to the grocery store.
Keeps going, yeah. Anyway, so of course I'm really excited about it. I like that it's a 3.5-minute trailer, but because it's a video game, there's so much in it, you don't feel like they show you too much. I'm very interested in the fact that the Arkham Knight has bat ears.
Oh yeah. I think the idea is that it's supposed to be not parodying, but not even homaging. Just like this is supposed to be like an evil reflection of Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Like somebody says, you have these skills, and you're not the only one with these skills.
Well, I think it's more likely that calling back to the other games, it'll be, here's all the havoc you've caused. You know, it's I am, because those games are all about how Batman is not that far away psychologically from his villains, and that maybe he deserves to be in Arkham, and that perhaps if it weren't for Batman acting on his really extreme psychology, you wouldn't have as many of these insane, crazy, extreme personalities that he always has to go stop and deal with. And
not according to Gotham.
And Arkham City, no, but Gotham's an entirely different thing. But Arkham City was really interesting because it was like, you know, look, Batman's just constantly putting Band-Aids on things. And now we've taken like a quarter to a third of the city and made it Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum is becoming the city now. And so what if we took a character, and I hope that's what this is, what if we took a character and we made him the personification? Now we've taken Arkham Asylum to Arkham City and now turned it into a person. And I think that's probably what they're doing.
That's a lot of concrete and steel to fit into one person.
So I'm very excited about it. My biggest complaint right now is just that I don't have a video game system to play it on yet. I haven't had any reason yet to buy a Xbox One or a PS4. Nothing has come out yet that I've been...
Here's a stupid question. Are they going to release it for Wii U?
No, they're not. They can't.
That's unfortunate
because it doesn't have the power they need for it. It's too big. I don't know how much you know about the game, Vince, but it is it's all of Gotham. It's the entire city.
Woo.
This time, so they took Origins and they blew it up to now in the entire... Origins was like half the city, now it's like all of it. And what I read was something about the Batmobile gameplay made it a lot harder to shrink into the last generation systems. This is really a next gen game. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, it's gonna be on PC. I don't know if my machine can handle it. So I may have to buy a PS4 just to play it, which would be crazy. But I love those games so much. I might break down and do it.
The Batmobile gameplay looks pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool.
Yep. I mean, I realize that's not exactly a really objective thing to say. It looks cool, but it does. I mean, when it comes to games, like the theater of attractions is something that I can get behind. I'm like, give me something cool, give me something fun.
Well, no, I mean, Vince, it's a totally valid thing to say. It's something that we've always kind of wanted to get to do, but there's just been no reason for it before.
Yeah. You know, I always wanted to punch somebody in the face as Batman, and after one drunken night on Halloween, I managed to make that happen.
Oh yeah, and then you felt like was this before or after the Arkham franchise?
Oh, way before.
Way before. Okay, yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah, just as it was starting to be advertised, the first Arkham game, Vince was reading a comic book and it said "Be Batman," and Vince was like getting drunk and he was like, "Okay," and
here we go.
Vince is kidding. That didn't happen.
I'm kidding. It wasn't on Halloween.